ये वाला जो है मुझे लगता है ये वाला वही रहेगा, कुछ नहीं है। क्या बोलते हो? वो जाना
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you had a refreshing lunch break and are energized for the next exciting session of VCIPCon 2025. After a truly enriching morning filled with insightful sessions by some of the most esteemed experts in our field, we now transition into the next part of our program, the panel discussion on NCAHP curriculum. This segment promises to be a space where intellect meets inquiry, where perspectives are exchanged, and where forward thinking ideas are not only discussed but also challenged and redefined.
It is not just a subject for academic dialogue, but a foundation for the future we are collectively building. Before we begin, let us take a moment to acknowledge and warmly welcome the dignitaries today. Your presence enriches this forum, and we are truly grateful.
And now, panelists who bring with them a and unique perspectives. Let us welcome them one by one. Dr. V.P. Gupta, former Chief Physiotherapist at AIMS Delhi. He has over 28 years of experience in the cardiothoracic and vascular surgery department, specializing in cardiopulmonary physiotherapy with a focus on post-operative care for heart and lung surgeries. He has authored several research papers on aerobic training and pulmonary rehabilitation after cardiac surgery. We are deeply honored to have with us today. Welcome, sir. We are honored to welcome Dr. Prachi R. Meena, lecturer in the Department of Physiotherapy at Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay Institute for Physically Handicapped, New Delhi. Her expertise spans physical rehabilitation, biomechanics, movement analysis, injury biomechanics, and exercise science. We look forward to her insights and contribution to today's panel. Welcome, ma'am.
Dr. Jasobanta Sethi, Professor and Director at Amity Institute of Health Allied Science, Amity University. Dr. Sethi holds a MPD PhD and is a fellow member of the Indian Association of Physiotherapists with over 25 years of academic and research experience, including his tenure at Guru Nanak Dev University, Amritsar. At Amity, he plays a key role in curriculum design, clinical training, and mentoring research scholars. Welcome, sir. We are delighted to welcome Dr. Saurabh Ahmed Khan, Professor and Head of the Department of Physiotherapy at Jamia Hamdard, New Delhi, with over 24 years of clinical and 18 years of teaching experience. He has published extensively, delivered lectures at numerous national and international forums, and earned several awards for academic excellence. In addition to his academic and clinical roles, he also actively contributes to professional bodies, curriculum development, and public health initiatives. Welcome, sir.
Dr. Kshitija Bansal, Professor in the Department of Physiotherapy at Manav Rachna International Institute of Research and Studies. Dr. Bansal, with over 17 years of experience in teaching, clinical practice, and research, holds a PhD in physical fitness in children. Specializing in musculoskeletal and sports physiotherapy, she is active in higher education, has spoken on the Manav Rachna podcast, and presented her research at international platforms like the World Physiotherapy Congress in Bali and SIPCON. We are delighted to welcome you, ma'am.
We are privileged to have with us Dr. Tarun Kumar, a distinguished physiotherapist with rich teaching experience. He has guided several research dissertations and presented award-winning papers at national and international platforms. Dr. Kumar also serves as a reviewer for reputable journals and books and, and has acted as a judge and examiner at various universities. He actively works as a nodal officer and inspector for professional standards. His commitment to the profession is reflected in his participation in workshops, outreach programs, and numerous institutional committees. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Tarun Kumar.
Dr. Ashish Deshwal, co-founder of Opt for Physio and a passionate contributor to modern physiotherapy practices. Dr. Deshwal, an elected member of the Delhi Council for Physiotherapy and Occupational Therapy, actively contributes to advancing the profession. As director of the Divine Foundation, he champions public health, student advocacy, and excellence in healthcare delivery. A warm welcome to you, sir.
Now, we are equally honored to have with us Dr. C.S. Ram sir, Director of BCIP, who will be moderating this panel discussion. With over 25 years of rich teaching and administrative experience, including 2 decades as HOD and Director, he has played a pivotal role in shaping the field of physiotherapy education. He was a board of studies member at JNJU Amritsar and a subject expert at ABV Medical University, Lucknow. Sir established the Department of Physiotherapy at ITS Ghaziabad, launching both BPT and MPT programs, and also served as director at St. John's College of Physiotherapy. Examiner, he has mentored numerous scholars, authored 3 books, and published 23 Scopus and PubMed index papers. His students are now contributing significantly to reputed institutions across the country. We look forward to his insightful guidance in leading this discussion and enriching the exchange of ideas. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Diksha and Sandvi. At the outset, I would like to welcome again the esteemed luminaries of the field who have gathered here to shed light upon an important topic of discussion nowadays, that is the National Council for Health and Allied Professions curriculum, which has been launched recently by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. As we all probably know, that this new curriculum is going to be implemented in some universities from the session 2025-26 and in most of the universities from the session 2026-27. So we thought it pertinent that we should have a panel discussion on this topic and we can have some insights upon what was the idea behind this curriculum and also what is our take or the road ahead. So starting the discussion, I would first like to ask our esteemed Dr. V.P. Gupta sir, what was the vision behind this curriculum and how this came about, and what will be the significant changes that will come about when this curriculum is implemented?
Thank you, Dr. Ram, for inviting me for this important discussion today. This has been a topic which has been discussed among the academic and professional eras all over the country, not only all over the country but all over the world. You know, curriculum development is a soul of any profession, because what we practice out of our learnings, in terms of skills and knowledge. So whatever curriculum is developed, first exercise which I remember as a DJPTOT member when we did in 2003, and that exercise continued till 2005. For these 2 years, we had around 18 meetings with all our national and international experts. That time WCPT Vice President was also in India and we invited her for the discussions. And that curriculum already, because we have a responsibility of serving the society. So whatever we serve within the scope of our practice, we have to justify the needs of the society. So to identify the needs of society is a big task, because medicine is a contributory field. It cannot be limited to any particular field.
So, just I would like to clarify the question also. Like, what was the idea behind? What was the mandate? Like, what were the discussions that took place while
I'm coming for that, but just as a preamble, I was telling that curriculum is not. This is not a new thing which we had happened. In 2017, the first model curriculum was published. That was the time when the government decided to create a council for all health professionals, National Council for Health Professionals, NCHP. It was not NCAHP at that time. So all the health professions were proposed to come under one roof, but that was unfortunately opposed by various our colleagues of allopathic system of medicine and Unani system of medicines, because they did not want to lose their identity. They thought that they were so insecure about introduction of these new fields into the NCHP. I would say insecure. That was the reason that bill was dropped. And then since then, 2017, the model curriculum was published, and that was a model curriculum which was a task force had developed it, and some of the people are here also in that task force who were involved. There were Zubia is here, Kshitija is here, Nitesh was there, and Chitra was there. There were so many people. So curriculum development cannot be a single time mandate. But since regulations came, the act came, as per the provisions of the act, the curriculum had to be established, curriculum had to be framed, and it is to be published or notified as a notification or a regulation of the act. So the mandate was to identify the minimum standards in education and practice, minimum standards of institutional infrastructure, minimum standards of hierarchy of professional structure. So these things have been included in this curriculum as per the mandate.
One significant change that is seen in this curriculum is a 5-year program. It has become a 5-year program. So what is your take on this?
I would like to take suggestion from you only. You are an academic institution. What is the implication of 5 years? Because then I will give my justification.
Okay.
Yeah, as we are aware, we are having bachelor and masters both, okay? And the curriculum has given guideline for the both masters and bachelor. Earlier we have 6-month window. The student can complete their internship and they have enough time to get prepared for the masters, and they are appearing and they are getting. When we will have 5-year program, so how can they get some relaxation? Even all council like MPS, they have 5.5 years. Ayush is also offering 5.5 years. They have given half-year window. So how if, and even nursing, they have make mandatory if you want to pursue MSc, you have to work for at least 1 year, then you are eligible. But in the our council guideline, there is no.
Dr. Shorab, you mean to say that there should be some gap between a bachelor's degree and a master's degree,
Yes.
and that gap has been done away with. And you mean to say like students earlier
And will go for from bachelor to master, and you will appear in the, and there is one more thing, they have given 38 weeks of teaching, which is excluded from the vacation, internal exam, external exam, all these. So yesterday I have calculated 1 week of the extracurricular activities. So it is going beyond 52 weeks. It is going beyond 52 weeks. It will be difficult for us to implement. There should be some, it is not like 38 weeks is much more.
I think now I would anything more.
there are other questions.
No. I would give a justification for that. See, we have been in this framework for years together. In 1994, the degree course was started officially. And then this framework was regulated by UGC framework, by university ordinances, by various structures. But now, since the mandate is after the survey of all these years, the students, what Dr. Sorab is saying, that there has to be a gap between the graduation and post-graduation. There used to be a concept of house job or residency, junior residency scheme in the medical field, in the allopathic system of medicine. What was that? What was that for? That was to prepare you for the post graduation, your choice, your hobbies, which specialty you want to go in. You work as a general practitioner during that period and develop your interest in particular specialty and know your responsibilities and liabilities, what you have to carry on while taking on that specialty as a public servant. Similarly, here, if we take 6 months of internship, unfortunately, the infrastructure for internship was totally redundant in our country. None of the institution, I would say 80% of the institution did not have the infrastructure for completing the internship on their own in an effective way. So that what is internship? Internship is a total inculcation of the whatever you have learned during your 4 years of program. You have to apply it on the patient under the supervision of a qualified practitioner. But that was not there, and that is still not there. So this survey was taken from various student communities, various academic personals, and from taking a clue from the international performance agencies. We had devised that 5 years increasing internship for 1 year is totally mandatory, because most of the students did not learn even a single specialty, or to treat, how to treat a patient in general. I have taken umpteen numbers of interviews for bachelors at the time of induction in AIMS or in other institutions. The students were not even knowing that how many patients they have treated or they have seen under the supervision of their qualified physiotherapist, and even they did not know what was the qualification of their instructor. That was the unfortunate part. That is why, to give a clinical, ambient clinical and ample clinical exposure, so that they have to rotate. This is not an internship. This is a mandatory rotatory clinical internship. Internship is in all professions nowadays, and that is to prepare you to come to the professional market.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the deliberation.
Sir, that is fine. We are all accepting and welcoming the one internship. But the problem is that every university is they're having their own academic year. Okay, so when they will not complete their examination at a time.
University guidelines were mandated by UGC. Now UGC Act has been superseded by NCHP. UGC Act does not mandate any university to guide a professional course.
Sir,
NCHP is a professional mandate.
I have an associated question with that. Like UGC regulations are brought about by a gazette notification, whereas this curriculum which has come in, this is come through a notice. It is a simple official order. So how do we propose it's going to be now?
What is NCHP Act? Isn't it a gazette notification?
So the Act is a notification, but
yes,
like we have the National Medical.
As per the rule, it will come as an ordinance, definitely, and it has been mandated in the GO. It is a government order.
Thank you,
it is
sir.
equivalent to the ordinance.
Thank you for the clarification. Thank you. So next, I have a question with Dr. Jaspant Sethi, sir. Sir, as an academician with so much extensive experience, and you have served with private universities and also government university, what do you foresee as an academician? What will be the landscape of the physiotherapy academic circle in the next coming years?
Thank you, Dr. Ram. I'll just give a preamble for this. I have been to this profession since 1988. I entered to academics in 1993, October 20th. I have seen the 3.5 year course, 4-year course I have seen that in teaching in Rajiv Gandhi Health University. Then later the 4.5 years. I will come back to your question. So before that I'll just see what the changes was there and where we, right now what we got. Even before coming to the dais, I was talking to Dr. Gupta ji. Even couple of discussions were there earlier. Very categorically we had earlier preclinical, clinical, paraclinical and clinical. Next, physiotherapy, where preclinicals were supported by complete a year program of anatomy, physiology, biochemistry separately. Next, pathology, microbiology. Of course, right now they put it radiology. And except radiology, rest all this we have practicals in pre and para. Coming to the clinicals, this medicine, surgery and all others. So we have three things. They are theory, practical and clinicals.
I mean to say that during your times, the medical subjects also,
Even now it's there in that NCSP syllabus, even also in our
the
university
medical
also.
subjects also had practicals.
Yeah, practicals. Without practicals, how they will do on this first on model, then they will do it on the patients.
So for medicine, surgery,
Yes, now they are practical. They are in our syllabus. Even NCSP also prescribed them in that. That's good one.
yes.
That's in a practical. We have seen it in the practicals there.
We have with us Dr. Zubia Wakar from Jamia Millia Islamia. Ma'am would like to say something.
You want to add it? Just yeah.
For the paraclinical, we do have for anatomy, physiology, biochemistry. Those are having their own practicals, but the clinical papers do not have a
Anatomy,
viva.
physiology, biochemistry, preclinical.
Yeah, the preclinical they have a practical is available, but for the clinical papers like orthopedics, medicine, surgery, cardiopulmonary, there are no vivas or practicals for that now, which were there earlier.
But I have seen it in biochemistry. We don't have that. So we have discussed even months
So
together.
anatomy, physiology, it is
Anatomy,
there.
physiology
Physiology, it is there.
yeah.
Biochemistry is missing. Pathology, microbiology is again there, and this one is that is all that you have for the preclinical. Clinical papers like this ortho, medicine, surgery, all these the vivas or the practicals are not there anymore. They do have a section, of course. In theoretical teaching, it is there. A section is there, but examination is not there.
Examination part I didn't. I think I have missed it. I am coming to that part. Okay, I'll just complete this sentence. Then we'll do it. So, in the clinical subjects, in their in NCSP syllabus, the theory and practical there. Of course, clinicals they will be done in that year completely by sending them to the hospitals. That's good. Anything for adding it, there is no such boundary. That's what we have discussed many times. That minimum, this is the minimum standard. So what we are going to do in our university, I already had this couple of meetings, that we are going to add whatever existing now in compared to that. We'll have practicals in preclinical, paraclinical and clinical papers along with these clinicals postings in the clinical subject. Because we cannot decline ourselves. At the same time, we cannot make it little substandard because we have to respect whatever has been prescribed. That is the kind of standard they have given. We'll just put a few petals of the flowers onto that, definitely. Next, about the year. As I said, 3.5 years, 4 years and 4.5 years we have just seen it. But we were waiting since long when we were compared to the medicine and dentist. Dentist have got 5 years. Medicine only has got what equal to 5.5. So, this 5-year program is the minimum. We have been waiting since 1988. Even we used to fought out with that when syllabi was made. That time it was not even in the gazette of UGC. UGC never notified it. It was the autonomous bodies autonomous power of the university to prescribe their own syllabus and the year program. They can keep on changing the number of years. Even amount of credit, that time credit system was not there. That's only mark system was there alone. So I would say whatever is has happened. It's very nice. Let's have this. Even 4-year program was there. I think, Madam, you had a 4 years program in Rajiv Gandhi University. Even next year they are going to do MPT. I have seen many of my students. MPT 3 also there. Even in Mangalore, when I was there in 93, I have seen it. This 4-year program that they are in Rajiv Gandhi University after Mangalore University. So suddenly they changed to 4-year in Rajiv Gandhi University, later 4.5 years. But 4-year that PPT degree passing, it was mandatory. Plus later they were after passing of the PPT 4-year program, they were joining to the MPT. No doubt about it. There was no such gap. But yes, as Dr. Swarab said, 38 weeks. That will be debatable, because how much that exam hours, examination days, then holidays. I must say that why you are talking about holidays? This profession doesn't need any holidays. When we were studying, there was no holidays at all. Even in my PG, there are no holidays. UG, if I can say few things. That's particular from my side. I'm sorry, I think many of they do not like it.
So
Because in PGs,
thank you.
especially these residents, they
Thank
should
you.
not have holidays.
Thank you, sir. You mean to say the program is now become rigorous, and as per your desire, it is.
See, the program has been converted from semester system to annual system. You have saved so many hours of the teaching.
Yes, that is one good development, because of late it was seen that the semester system is too hectic and most of the time is wasted in examinations, and sometimes in some universities where the semester system is not held in time, it creates a lot of administrative hassles. So next I'll come to Dr. Prachi. Ma'am, you come from a government setup and you have unique challenges and unique administrative problems. So how do you foresee the curriculum, implementation of the curriculum in the government setup, and what are the challenges there?
Thank you, Dr. Ram. National, this curriculum, whichever has been brought up, it is after a thorough evaluation of the current disease prevalence, which has been added to the curriculum. This is a very positive point. And second, the need of the light effectors. See, it has been always documented everywhere, the need of the light health professional is high. And we are giving results also, and we are being seen a challenge to other professions. And it is there in the system also, at the primary health center level, community health center, tertiary and the district level hospital. The post of the physiotherapist is there, but there was always a lacuna. There was no connect between our curriculum and these placements. इसलिए सारी नौकरियां खाली जाती थी, filled नहीं होती थी, create नहीं होती थी. Now our curriculum has strengthened that. So in a positive way, जो हमारे पास in a positive way, अगर आप दें basic life support, public health, और जो हमारे पास ऐड हुआ है कुछ और डिसिप्लिन हमारे पास ऐड हुए हैं, ऑन्को, विमेन हेल्थ, डिसेबिलिटी, विमेन हेल्थ, ये सब चीज़ें जो ऐड हुई हैं, दैट हैज़ मेड अ कनेक्ट ऑफ फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट टू दोज पोस्ट जो हम टारगेट टैप ऑन करेंगे. गवर्नमेंट इज नाउ गोइंग टू हैव अ चैनल. दूसरा एक लैक्यूना था कि वी वर ऑल प्रोड्यूसिंग फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट, वी वर इंक्रीजिंग द सीट्स. आंख बंद करके students were admitted on any grade. Now this, our curriculum has now defined the basic minimum eligibility. Physics, chemistry, biology. Okay? A neat entrance. We are going to get a cream now. The professionals are going to be good. They are going to go through a good teaching and stipend milega. That gives a boost to the students also. And when there's a compulsory placement in the rural care setup, and every institute has to have it. So हम लोग क्या करते हैं? This is if we get connected to the roots, the grassroots. ठीक है? आप community centers में अपनी services देंगे, you will know that is a domain where you can actually may earn. Small cities, small villages, open up your centers, and then you can get your fame and name and with dignity. This all has been incorporated in your syllabus now. So there's a connect. The second challenge which we students were facing were the institute never took a responsibility of placing the students for their clinical training, for their interns. Now this stake has been put on the institutes. When the institutes take up the stake, that means the student doesn't have to hunt for it. The accountability of the hospital of the institutes, दोनों की hospital जो students को ले रहा है, institute जो students की posting लगा रहा है, वो दोनों अब देखेंगे whether this hospital actually may conforms to the standards of physiotherapy. ठीक है, there is a student teacher ratio. You will not be exploited. The institutes will be, there's a mandate for maintaining this ratio with respect to students. And best part is the qualifications are not defined. Okay, now the qualifications are defined, so I look forward for hiring good professionals and giving good teaching curriculum also, methodologies also. And certainly one more advantage which has added to this curriculum has added is the credit points. Now everything, all the students which used to pass out from India, abroad जब जाते थे, they used to be deficient of the क्या होगा, and the whole thing will be regulated by the state commissions. State commissions ये minimum standards को देखेगा, because these are the challenges every student is facing. ठीक है?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for the insight.
Sir, can I just add one thing? Sorry, I differ. System, we lack in credits. No, we don't lack. We don't lack in professional credits, ma'am. We lack in general credits. Okay, uniformity, I agree.
Uniformity
I
across
agree,
the nation.
But if we are talking about going abroad, as you said, we don't lack in professional credits. Never. We only lack in general credits.
So
most of the states in Canada, US, Australia are professional degrees as par with their degree.
Agreed, but you
So,
have to have
I think we should not say this, that our previous thing was not up to the mark. It was.
It was up to the mark, but you have to always see the professional growth of a student as a whole.
I
He
agree.
might
I
not
agree.
agree
I welcome the whole process. It is very good.
I can
Yes.
understand the difference because ma'am comes from a government university and Dr. Kshitija is from a private university. So the private, okay, and naturally the private universities they have the leverage that they can frame their own syllabus. So they introduced the credit system quite earlier, and the Delhi University and other government universities they are yet to implement it. So I'm not talking of Jamia Millia, sorry. So, ma'am, I think credit system is already there. Only thing is it needs to be implemented.
I have added this point in a view that many of the students would not like to pursue masters in their respective fields. So if they want to switch over to their parallel fields, there has to be a transfer of credits.
Okay, ma'am, you raised one point that the state commissions will take care of the many things. So next, I have a question to Dr.
Can I just clarify on this point, uniformity of the credits? Initially, when the credit system were different in various universities among all over India, the students who used to go abroad, they were having a confusion which university or which authority it has to be evaluated from. The outside abroad agencies were also confused that why there is a difference in the credits in various universities when the country is one. So this is a one nation, one curriculum project which has been implemented now. There will be no confusion from now onwards. There will be a single agency to verify the standards, a single agency to verify the credentials. So that is the benefit.
Sir, can I add something?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Ma'am is also right and ma'am is also right. ठीक है, मैम ने बोला जनरल क्रेडिट्स में हम लोग लैग करते हैं, वो डेफिनेटली करेंगे सर, बिकॉज हमारी डिग्री मैम एमपीटी की इक्विवेलेंट है इन यूएसए. वी आर मोर देन बैचलर्स बिकॉज दे इंडक्ट एज अ फिजियोथेरेपी आफ्टर बेसिक बीएससी.
So yeah, in US they have a basic bachelor's degree, and then after that they do a specialized
Physiotherapy is
bachelor's degree.
basically specialty over there.
So that is, they spend more time.
Yes, sir.
And earlier we didn't spend more time, now we'll be spending more time. So, Dr. Ashish, yes, coming to you. You come from the Delhi Council, and the Delhi Council has got a very large role, especially in the government as well as the NCT of Delhi. So, how do you foresee that Delhi Council is aligning with the national curriculum? How it will align, and what role it will play in the coming years?
Delhi Council is 1997 में already वो act publish मतलब accept हो चुका है. अभी हम लोग NCHP के era में है 2021 में that will be enforced in national level, that will bring uniformity on national level. Definitely Delhi भी state allied and healthcare की तरफ commission की तरफ move करेगा. वो हमें same जो curriculum है उसको accept करना पड़ेगा. बट माई पॉइंट इज कि इसमें कुछ चीजें ना डेफिनेटली चॉइस बेस्ड भी होनी चाहिए. जैसे सर इट्स नॉट रिजिड करिकुलम को चेंज करना ना, इट्स अ वेरी लेंथी प्रोसेस. अभी इनिशियल स्टेजेस में है, बट देयर शुड बी 5 और 10 क्रेडिट्स एवरी ईयर जो डायनेमिक होनी चाहिए.
जैसे कि अभी सुना कि 10 जुलाई को दे हैव कम अप विद अ रिवाइज्ड करिकुलम.
यस सर.
सो कैन यू शेयर समथिंग अबाउट इट?
Sir, basically there are various different commissions जो country में, dental commission is there, mental health commission is there, and nursing commission is also there. So some terms जो है, जैसे अभी हमने paramedical को revoke किया and we are implementing allied and healthcare. तो various terms जो हमारे curriculum में हमने accept करी थी उनको change करने के लिए that will changed, and फिर उसके बाद
thank you Dr. Ashish, thank you.
That was basic. Ashish is very right. The battery is slow. Basically, what was that? There were some objections about use of some terminology regarding the person with disabilities. It was not conforming the Person with Disabilities Act. So this was some objection was raised through the Ministry of Social Justice, and the same was now modified. So there is no new regulation, it is just to conform with the various existing acts regarding some specific group of people.
So, sir, that question, one part of the question remained unanswered. I think you will be one of the best persons to answer it. What will be the role of Delhi Council in the coming years?
See, we had 36 states. How many states did we have councils? Only 8 states initially. So that was the confusion, that wherever the students were coming from the states where there was no regulatory body, they were finding it difficult to practice in that particular state. There was no regulation in that state. The ordinances were different of different universities. They were not even ordinances. They were just university curriculums. Delhi Council, now we are a federation of states. So we have to implement the one curriculum throughout the nation. The council will definitely, council is the one, you know the preamble of this council. This council is the inculcation of a national council which was proposed in 1994. This draft was taken from the national council draft which was accepted by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare in 1994. Unfortunately, because of our own...
That was the time when we had talks with Amar Singh.
No, Amar Singh situation that came in 2004.
Okay.
2005 we had Paramedical and Physiotherapy Act. But that is in 1994 when Mr. Alok Prati was the Health Secretary, and Dalit Azil Malai just before that. Ghulam Nabi Azad was the first Health Minister at that time. And we were having the very hectic discussions with IAP. I was a part of it. Myself, Dr. Dinesh Sharma was very instrumental in creating this. And when this act was not accepted, that bill was not circulated, unfortunately because of our own infight, then the same draft was converted. We convinced the Delhi government, the first Delhi government, when Dr. Harshvardhan was the health minister and Mr. Madanlal Khurana was already the chief minister. Then the same draft was taken for the Delhi Council, and that was the first state council in 1997.
Yes, the credit goes to the founders of the Delhi Council, of course. And so now, late Dr. Dinesh Sharma ji.
It is all inculcation of his own work. we were all together as a team at that time, and he was a man who fought for this till his last breath.
Yeah, he was a great visionary who laid the foundation of what regulations we have today. Coming to Dr. Shorab, sir. Dr. Shorab, this curriculum is very exhaustive and extensive. And in terms of the requirements for faculty, equipment, and many other things, I think it is a very big document. What is your take on this?
Thank you, Dr. Ram, for inviting me. And it is commendable effort made by all the member who has drafted this new curriculum, and it is one of the biggest monumental achievement for the fraternity. But there are some shortcomings, and that, as Dr. Gupta said, it is the preliminary draft, and we will improve it. Okay, so like we are saying, we are going to produce skill-based physiotherapist. Skill-based means, as I understand, there should be more and more hands-on thing. But when I have gone through the syllabus, they have given 252 credit to theory and only 82 credit to practical. Somewhere we are lacking in practical. We should have more. We should give more credit to practical. In the objective of the physiotherapist, we have given we should be able to prevent and manage disease. Okay, for those purposes, should be able to reach to the community. But we have given only one credit to the community rehab in the 4th year. 1 hour, one credit means 30 hours in a whole 4 year. It's very less. There should be more community visit for the student from the 1st year onward. There should be mandatory, 2 credit should be mandatory for all the students from 1st year to 4th year to visit to community and make awareness among the students, because we are a professional where our role is not well established in community. So should be given more credit to the community practical. Same Dr. He has raised the question that we are not giving practical to the medicine, surgery, psychiatry. There should be some hour of practical for all those things. Should be able to see the patient directly. It is not only in theory. Next thing is that. Sorry. Next thing.
Sir wants to say something. Yeah, please.
First of all, Dr. Sorab is a well-known academician. Our credits in terms of 2 hours in practical and theory, they are different. Right? So practical exposure have been given due coverage. And moreover, our clinical teaching is not only class-based. It is not didactic teaching. Whatever clinical subjects we teach patients, sometimes in OPD, sometimes on bedside in the wards. So that is also, there cannot be, we are not a management course or computer course. We are a health profession. So we have to overlap some part of the teaching to the clinical teaching and some part of clinical teaching to the theoretical learning. So that has been given a scope. This is a document just to, for the purpose of documentation. This is to define the minimum number of hours for the theory or the practical.
Even if you talk about the marks, 2850 marks has been given for theory and only 1400 marks has been given for the practical. Okay, so students are also focusing on the marks. The subject which has more marks, they will focus more on those things, and the subject which has less marks, so same as here.
But you have to clear both the things separately. Practical separately as well as theory separately. So there is no inculcation of or implementation.
And one more concern, like we have calculated the credit as per UGC, 15 hours, 1 for theory, 30 for practical, and 45 for clinical visit. But when I am calculating the timetable, I am going to make a timetable for the whole year because we have UMS. So 38 week is not fitting in the 180 hours, 120 hours. There is 4.2 class per week, 2.3 class per week. That is very difficult.
See, these are the minimum standards which have been inculcated or drafted. Now the revisions will come from time to time. Practically how we implement it, that will be decided by our institutions, our universities, our academic and clinical institutions, and how we take it.
Yes.
So gradually the practicality will come into the picture in this.
So that's Dr. Ashish told us we should have some flexibility. So even there should be one line, 20% can be made flexible. So it is very easier for all of us to modify accordingly. Because it is very difficult for me to design because we are going to adopt the SAP this year now. When I am going to make timetable, it is very difficult to put up the classes as per the.
Definitely, you have to cut down on leaves.
Yes.
We are not a school or we are not a humanity profession, humanity subject.
University
so we
is
have
going to adopt it in toto.
See,
so in toto means you have
you know, in all the health professions, there are no leaves. All leaves are converted into clinical teaching.
Yes, sir. But you have given 30 leaves.
Because faculty requires leaves.
So, sir, now we move to the other part of the curriculum. Like, there is a regulation, there is some guidelines mentioned for PhD program.
Yes.
So, I would like to ask Dr. Kshitija Bansal. Dr. Bansal, you come from an academic institute and you have been a research guide as well as done PhD in physiotherapy. So, what is your take on the curriculum? Like, how is it framed and what will be the regulation?
First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Ram and the entire team of BCIP Con to bring out this kind of panel discussion where I can sit with my seniors and some of my colleagues, which we work together. And we all have sailed through this physiotherapy curriculum and physiotherapy profession for so many years. Now, coming back to your PhD program, first of all, we would like to, I would like to inform this to everybody that PhD is not just a mere degree, it is research based degree. Please understand, yes, it is a highest degree, but it is research based and not an academic qualification, absolutely, as sir said. So, per se, if you want to have a stringent framework or the regulatory body to regulate it, it's not going to happen. It is not right for us to think about it, that we should have a stringent framework, because it is a self-driven, research-based, problem-centric degree. I am coming to it, yes. First of all, PhD degree, the certain framework has been laid down previously by UGC, right? And very well published in gadget notifications, and that has to be implemented by all the universities, because that has been notified. NCHP also has given guidelines, and yes, there are certain guidelines which has been notified. Again, that as sir is saying again and again, these are the minimum standards, okay, that we have to abide by, okay. But if we think that as MPT and BPT, they should have a formal guidelines, formal thing about what subjects to be taken or how to go about. No, I don't think so. There will be such kind of stringent, even the council, because there need to be a freedom for PhD, because PhD is in a subject. It is on a particular problem based centric approach.
Yes.
Okay, so stringent thing nahi hoga. Guidelines definitely let down hai. If everybody know, you can just download, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, chapter 6 is about the PhD guidelines. So these are guidelines given, but if you think there should be a detailed one like MPT, BPT, I think we are expecting wrong thing.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Kshitija. Now, coming to the clinical part of the curriculum, we have with us Dr. Tarun Kumar, who has been in the clinicals for a long time. So, Dr. Tarun, आपको क्या लगता है कि क्लिनिकल जो प्रैक्टिस है और एकेडमिक करिकुलम जो ये बनाया गया है, इसमें क्या वो गैप को हमने कम किया है? क्लिनिकल प्रैक्टिस जब प्रैक्टिशनर होता है फील्ड में, वो जो प्रैक्टिस करता है और जो हम करिकुलम ये पढ़ा रहे हैं, दोनों के बीच में एक बहुत बड़ा गैप है. हर एक प्रोफेशन में होता है, मेडिकल प्रोफेशन में भी है और फिजियोथेरेपी करिकुलम में भी कहीं ना कहीं था. तो क्या इस करिकुलम के द्वारा हम उस गैप को कम करने की कोशिश करी गई है?
थैंक यू सर. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, यस, गैप है, और हम समझते हैं कि गैप का मतलब क्या है. पहली चीज ये कि अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज दिस गैप. जो पढ़ाई हमने की है अपने करिकुलम बैचलर और मास्टर में, और जब हम फील्ड में जाते हैं तो देखते हैं कि वहाँ पे सिचुएशन कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट होती है. पहले इनिशियली अराउंड 80s और 90s में हॉस्पिटल, फिजियोथेरेपी के बाद या तो हॉस्पिटल या क्लिनिक्स में गए तो सिचुएशन जनरली सेम थी, बहुत ज़्यादा डिफरेंस नहीं था. बट नाउ डेज वी आर सर्चिंग और डूइंग जॉब्स इन डिफरेंट सेक्टर, जहाँ पे इंडस्ट्री की जो डिमांड्स है वो ग्रेजुअली बहुत फास्ट चेंज हो रही है। बट हमारा जो सिलेबस है, जो हमारा पढ़ने का स्टाइल है, लर्निंग स्टाइल है, वो सब कुछ सेम। इस वजह से वो गैप ग्रेजुअली बढ़ता चला जा रहा है। तो पहला कंपोनेंट कि हम इसको कम कैसे कर सकते हैं, वहाँ सबसे पहला रोल आता है स्टूडेंट्स का, यानी कि आपका। मेनली आपको क्या करना है, अप टू थर्ड ईयर अपना बेसिक स्ट्रॉन्ग करना है। थर्ड ईयर तक जनरली कोई वर्कशॉप करने की कोशिश मत करो। अपना जो लिटरेचर है, बुक्स हैं, टेक्स्ट बुक्स हैं, उसको पढ़ना है सपोज, और वो भी हर बुक से पढ़ना है। सपोज आपने बायोमैकेनिक्स शोल्डर पढ़ा एक बुक से, नॉर्किन से, बायोमैकेनिक्स शोल्डर न्यूमैन से पढ़ना है, बायोमैकेनिक्स नॉर्डिन से पढ़ना है, कपांजी से पढ़ना है, देन यू विल अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज द एग्जैक्ट बायोमैकेनिक्स ऑफ शोल्डर। जब आप इन सारी जगह से पढ़ लोगे तो आप कोर कंपोनेंट ऑफ बायोमैकेनिक्स ऑफ शोल्डर समझोगे। ऐसे ही आपको हर जॉइंट बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग के साथ पढ़ना है, मिनिमम अप टू थर्ड ईयर। उसके बाद आप थर्ड ईयर टू इंटर्नशिप जो भी आप पढ़ोगे, रिसेंट लिटरेचर, जो एडवांस रिसर्चेज आ रही हैं वो, और जो नई नई बुक्स आ रही हैं आप उसको पढ़ोगे। और जो भी आप पेशेंट देखोगे उसके हिसाब से पढ़ोगे। सपोज आपने नी ऑस्टियोआर्थराइटिस का पेशेंट देखा तो नी ऑस्टियोआर्थराइटिस में नया क्या है वो पढ़ना है। अगर आप आज 25 में कोई बुक पब्लिश होती है वो पढ़ रहे हो तो इसका मतलब आप 5 साल पुरानी इंफॉर्मेशन पढ़ रहे हो, बट कम से कम आपको वो पता होना चाहिए। तो सबसे पहले बुक्स पढ़ोगे और जो न्यू लिटरेचर्स आ रहे हैं वो पढ़ने की कोशिश करेंगे। उसके बाद
एज ए स्टूडेंट, जैसे बायोमैकेनिक्स मैंने सेकेंड ईयर में पढ़ी और मैं इंटर्नशिप के बाद मैं क्लिनिकल प्रैक्टिस में जाता हूँ, तो मैंने देखा कि बायोमैकेनिक्स तो कोई सोचता ही नहीं है जिस टाइम क्लिनिकल प्रैक्टिस कर रहे होते।
नहीं सर,
और बहुत एक मैकेनिकल वे में हम पेशेंट्स देखे जा रहे हैं
सर, इसीलिए गैप बढ़ता चला।
क्यों नहीं सोचते हम बायोमैकेनिक्स? क्यों हमारी क्लिनिकल ट्रेनिंग इतनी रोबस्ट नहीं है कि हमें बायोमैकेनिक्स अप्लाई करना सिखाया जाता है? वहाँ कोई सुपरविजन नहीं है हमारी क्लिनिकल ट्रेनिंग में। अनफॉर्चुनेटली हमारे इंस्टीट्यूशंस के पास इतने इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर नहीं है कि क्लिनिकल ट्रेनिंग को वो खुद सुपरवाइज कर सकें। क्लिनिकल ट्रेनिंग में क्या होता है ये मैं डिस्क्राइब नहीं करना चाहता। इट इज वेरी पेनफुल फॉर मी। Students are being exploited over there.
Dr. Prachi wants to add something.
I'll add on to something. This curriculum has added to this gap. Not added, this has reduced the gap. अगर अब आप देखोगे every topic there is a terminology which is being used. knows how. ये shows how, perform मतलब knows मतलब उसे पता होना चाहिए, शो मतलब उसे डेमोन्स्ट्रेट करना आना चाहिए, परफॉर्म मतलब वो उसको इंडिपेंडेंटली परफॉर्म कर सकता है बिना सुपरविजन के। सो जब हमारे पास प्रैक्टिकल्स के लिए ये टर्मिनोलॉजीज बता दी गई हैं, इसका मतलब हमको ये मालूम है कि इस बच्चे को सिर्फ थ्योरी क्लास में ही छोड़ के नहीं छोड़ना, वी हैव टू गिव अ डेमो फॉर दैट। जिस चीज का परफॉर्म शोज हाउ है वो करके दिखाएगा तुम्हारे कहने पे, जिस पे परफॉर्म है तो आप उसको एनालिटिकल वे दे दो कि अ पेशेंट ऑफ 60 years old कमिंग विद अ बायलैटरल, वो एनालाइज द डिफरेंशियल डायग्नोसिस, तो वो करके दिखाएगा। तो ये गैप हमारा कम हो गया है। दूसरा, दिस करिकुलम इज ऑल्सो एडेड कि आपके हॉस्पिटल्स में जितना स्टाफ है, जहां पर आप MOU के थ्रू अपने स्टूडेंट्स को भेज रहे हो, उसमें आपका जो हॉस्पिटल स्टाफ इज टू स्टूडेंट रेशियो डिफाइंड है, माने कि वो अंडर अपने सुपरविजन में उसको ट्रेनिंग इम्पार्ट कर रहा है। जब आपके पास ये MOUs होंगे इंस्टीट्यूट एंड हॉस्पिटल्स के, तो ये गैप और भी कम हो जाएगा, बिकॉज आपने थ्योरी दिखाई, आपने डेमोन्स्ट्रेट दिखाया, आपने प्रैक्टिकल्स करवाए, वहां जाके उसने एग्जीक्यूट किया अंडर सुपरविजन, क्योंकि वो MOU के थ्रू है। द हॉस्पिटल इज ऑल्सो टेकिंग केयर ऑफ टीचिंग द स्टूडेंट्स दैट वे। सो दिस इज वेरी गुड इन अ वे। एंड दूसरा, रूरल पोस्टिंग विल बी रेगुलेटेड बाय द स्टेट काउंसिल, स्टेट कमीशन रादर। तो अब रूरल पोस्टिंग में जब बच्चा जाएगा एंड ही विल बी पोस्टेड थ्रू काउंसिल या कमीशन, तो वहां पर भी मिनिमम स्टैंडर्ड्स ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर एक्सपोजर ऑन्को में है, पीडियाट्रिक्स में है, जीडियाट्रिक्स में है, व्हाटएवर डिसिप्लिन, तो आपको मालूम है आपने सारे क्रेडिट्स अपने 1 साल की इंटर्नशिप में सबकी कंप्लीट करने हैं। तो ये लैक ना हमारा कम हो जाएगा, ये गैप हमारा कम हो जाएगा। दिस इज अ थिंग व्हिच इज एडेड टू दिस करिकुलम, which is a positive.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for adding to it. There is an open question like
कंप्लीट माई कन्वर्सेशन. पहला ये आपका काम है कि आप एज ए स्टूडेंट क्या क्या करना है. देन जब आप प्रोफेशन में आएंगे तो कोशिश करेंगे कि कम से कम वीक में एक आर्टिकल अपडेटेड नॉलेज का जरूर पढ़ना है. अगर आप इसको करेंगे तो आपकी नॉलेज अपडेट होती जाएगी, क्योंकि इंडस्ट्री की डिमांड अपडेट हो रही है. अगर आप अपनी नॉलेज को बाहर कर दोगे, बाउंड्री बना दोगे, तो आप उसको कभी अचीव ही नहीं कर पाओगे. तो आपको हमेशा अपडेट होना है. सेकेंड, जो इंडस्ट्री है वहाँ क्या चेंजेस आ रहे हैं उसका फीडबैक इंस्टीट्यूट के पास आना चाहिए, जहाँ पे प्लेसमेंट सेल का बहुत बड़ा रोल है. जो कोऑर्डिनेटर है प्लेसमेंट सेल के, उनका यहाँ रोल आता है कि एग्जैक्ट जो इंडस्ट्री की डिमांड है वो अपना फीडबैक इंस्टीट्यूट को दे कि वहाँ क्या चल रहा है. अगर वो फीडबैक कम्प्लीटली आ रहा है, जो कि अब शुरू हो गया है. जैसे डिप्सुरू ने एक वर्कशॉप ऑर्गेनाइज की थी जहाँ पे वो प्लेसमेंट कोऑर्डिनेटर बहुत सारे आए थे, वो सिस्टम शुरू हुआ था. कुछ प्राइवेट क्लिनिक्स हैं एक्टिव हेल्थ जैसे जिन्होंने ये चीज़ें शुरू करी हैं. और इसके बाद तीसरा रोल आता है इंस्टीट्यूट एंड काउंसिल का, क्योंकि काउंसिल और इंस्टीट्यूट मिलके स्टूडेंट्स की क्या डिमांड है और जो पॉलिसी मेकिंग है उस पर काम कर रहा है, जिसका बहुत बड़ा एडवांटेज हमें मिला है कि ये करिकुलम डिजाइन हुआ है और चीज़ें बहुत सारी कंसाइज होके एक स्ट्रक्चरल वे में डिजाइन हो गई है.
सर,
इसके
सर
आगे
आपका
आपको
कहने का मतलब है कि इस करिकुलम के थ्रू जो हमारा ये वर्कशॉप कल्चर डेवलप हुआ, ये इसमें कमी आएगी. ओके.
यस सर, डेफिनेटली.
And but this doesn't make business sense though to some of my colleagues. But definitely, if this is a good development, then we will see how it goes. Yes. So coming to my next question. Yes, Dr. Samantu, thank you for adding it. Coming to my next question, there is a component of fellowship in this curriculum. What was the idea behind this fellowship, sir? Dr. V.P. Gupta, sir.
The requirement of fellowship was generated when they were in UGC also and National Board of Examination also. There were various agencies who regulate, even the Medical Council, the National Medical Commission also regulates and grants fellowships. So it is the duty and responsibility of a particular institution to develop a complete infrastructure and to give exposure in certain specialty based, as Dr. Chetija said, that PhD is such kind of subject or a research based topic or topic based research. So fellowship is just to grant a specialized exposure as an independent practitioner with liabilities and responsibilities towards the patient, towards the institutions, and towards the regulatory body as well.
This fellowship will be granted by the institutions or by the regulatory body?
Regulatory body has the responsibility to assess the institution whether they have the infrastructure, the professional infrastructure, complete manpower, and the patient input. Both will have to be assessed. Then only the permission for fellowship will be granted. Similarly, is for the clinical training now in this curricula. Clinical training cannot be given by anyone, any hospital or any center. It has to. There is a standard of each center or each hospital where there has to be a certain number of departments, number of beds, patients input, OPD input. Everything has been defined in this.
Dr. Ashish, you would like to add something?
सर बेसिकली फेलोशिप का पर्पस हमें समझना पड़ेगा. अगर हम उसको वैसे देखेंगे तो पॉइंट इज कि फेलोशिप विल वर्क एज अ ब्रिज. लेटेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी को करिकुलम में ऐड करने से पहले दैट विल बी हेल्प एज अ ब्रिज. सपोज अभी मैम ने बोला कि पेल्विक फ्लोर के लिए हम लोग वर्कशॉप्स करते हैं. अगर एक डेजिग्नेटेड इंस्टीट्यूट होगा, डेजिग्नेटेड स्पेशलिटी कोई क्लिनिक या कोई हॉस्पिटल या इंस्टीट्यूट, एनीथिंग that will be only looking after pelvic floor, yeah, that will be only looking after shoulder biomechanics, that will be only looking after space projects. कौन वहां से आके ट्रेन का, अभी जैसे रिसेंटली स्पेस शटल के बाद तो 7 days का रिहैब प्रोग्राम है, that will be work as fellowship. उसका स्ट्रक्चर है वो डेफिनेटली एनसीएचपी अपनी वेबसाइट्स पे प्रॉपर उसके रूल्स गाइडलाइंस रूल्स फ्रेम करे क्रेडिट्स उसके लिए रखे। हाँ सर, अभी उसकी गाइडलाइंस नहीं बनी, गाइडलाइंस नहीं है ना सर।
You mean to say it needs to be further
Exactly,
revised?
in fact सर, अगर आप बहुत सारे कमीशंस की वेबसाइट पे देखेंगे तो फॉर द नेक्स्ट 1 ईयर आपकी कौन सी फेलोशिप्स रन करेंगी, किस इंस्टीट्यूट्स में करेंगी, आप वहां अप्लाई कर सकते हैं। तो दैट विल बी रेगुलेटेड बाय द एनसीएचपी। तो वो 3 मंथ्स 4 मंथ्स 1 ईयर का जो क्लिनिकल फेलोशिप है वो प्रॉपरली वहां पर स्ट्रक्चर तरीके में आए।
You want to ask something?
We are doing an OPD based fellowship. So suppose OPD based pulmonary rehabilitation, a fellowship for that. And sir, if we are doing that, why do we need actually a hospital affiliation of a 30-bedded specialty or a 50-bedded multi-specialty hospital? Because that needs to basically problem, because we are running a fellowship for an OPD based program. Or suppose we are doing a neuro rehabilitation program. Maybe we are not affiliated to a 30-bed specialty neuro hospital or a multi-specialty 50-bedded hospital, because that becomes an additional administrative disadvantage for us. So unnecessary, basically, we have to sign the MOUs. And yes, sir.
If you are an OPD based, definitely, but clinical material liability is also lies with you. When even your OPD based, if there is any emergency, if there is any exigency at the time of your OPD, there has to be a minimum infrastructure which will be fulfilling the demands or the needs of that particular patient. So taking patient even an OPD, a diabetic patient can have hypoglycemic shock anytime, right? So these kind of things, pulmonary rehab is also very exceptional pulmonary, and I would say the rehab word is very wide. I would like to use physiotherapy management for pulmonary conditions. So pulmonary physiotherapy, I always say pulmonary physiotherapy, not rehab. So pulmonary physiotherapy is a very extinguished and very exhaustive program. It is not a simple thing. You have to have monitors, you have to have invasive monitors, you have to have certain facilities to be developed for that, for any exigency. So definitely, see, these are the standards which have been devised on the basis of present infrastructure. Once we come across certain regulations, certain practical guidelines which are beneficial for the professional growth, definitely they will be inducted into.
Thank you, sir, for elaborating on that. And I think the nitty-gritties of the curriculum will be opened up once it gets implemented and universities will adopt it. So coming to the point, like certain universities have started adopting it, and certain universities are planning to adopt it in the year 2026. So what is the current position, sir? Any university you know which has adopted the syllabus?
As per the GO by the NCHP, it is to be mandated in the 2026-27 session. But 25-26, if any university wants to plan it, they will have an advantage of feeling the sense of it and what are the practical difficulties. They will be able to just solve it and resolve it at the time when it is really being implemented in 26-27. But till now, it is up to the universities this year. But next year, the universities have to adopt it.
For that, like I said earlier, there has to be a gazette notification, because we approached our university and they said this is a guideline. Guideline is not mandatory.
No, this guideline is covered by a government order. This is a curriculum as per the NCHP Act. This is not a guideline. There is no word guideline written on it. This is a curriculum by the Ministry of Health and Social and Family Welfare under the NCHP Act, and there is a government order to implement it in the session 2026-27.
I would like to just say, sir, the universities have not received a copy of the curriculum, and neither have they received the order through the proper channel. So it's a
that can be, you can very well go on email the NCHP at the secretary email. Definitely you will be answered. So this is a common thing, and I think this has been widely publicized also. All universities, state government, chief secretaries, health secretaries, they have already been informed about it. No, UGC also, the circular has been, I think, sent. It is the duty of the UGC to inform all universities.
I'll just
Sir,
Yeah,
one
there is
question to
no
Dr.
link.
Shora first.
Yes.
Sir, my one question to you partly was answered. Like, what will the implications in terms of faculty and equipments? Because as a private university, as a university which is in the private domain, the enormous burden that will come up when we will implement these regulations.
Yes, sir. A huge demand of faculty have been advised by the council. Like, if you want to run a PPT course with the 2 professor, 4 associate, 6 assistant, is fine. But what about the 10 demonstrator? And there is no descriptive rule or demonstrator in the guideline. How they will work, suppose. And we have very less art for the practical. We can use demonstrator only in lab work or clinical posting. So how they are going to be utilized? Second thing is,
And sir, besides, it doesn't talk about the fees.
yeah,
Like regulation, for example, in Delhi, the fee is regulated by the fee fixation committee.
yes.
But supposing your fee gets fixed and the regulations are enormous, so naturally the institutions will have difficulty in implementing.
So these guidelines is as strict like the NMC guideline, but their private colleges are charging 18 to 20 lakh fees per year, and even their placement is good. But in terms of placement of our student are still suffering for the placement.
Sir,
And
18 to 20 lakhs per year for
for the
physiotherapy.
MBBS, I'm sorry,
Okay.
because
Okay.
we have adopted the same guideline as has been given for the MBBS people as per faculty, okay, but we have not been given as placement as they are getting. Second thing is that one word is being
So,
used
sir,
in.
my question is indirectly that
Yeah.
supposing we are increasing the regulations, naturally the private institutions will increase the fees.
Sir, you can count the government organization in India on fingers in physiotherapy, okay? Maybe 10 to 12. Others are only private players. Whatever they have earned in the past, they can now they have to spend it other way.
And I just wanted to add to this. The concern is being raised by the private institutes, but I would like to raise the similar concerns from the government institutes as well. So the entire shift of the government is now not on a regular appointments; it is on a contract appointments, and where the emolumations are less, the allowances are less, and NCHP does not mention any word as regular faculty, which is a drawback, I suppose. And demanding against a seat of 144 faculties where the regular word is not stated, the parallel ministries or the funding agencies or there is a big lacuna which is existing right now. And as far as the demonstrator post is concerned, there's a ceiling. एक बारी वो appoint हो गया, there's a no growth on demonstrator where the demand of demonstrators is pretty high, 8 to 10 in number, I suppose.
Number of demonstrators required is 10. Yeah, so say if somebody has got 100 seats, then you need 20 demonstrators. Sir, how do you?
There will
So the
be no
students will be
700
demonstrators,
seats now
huh?
onwards. There will be no, sir. I hope so.
There will be no maximum. After, I think it is a maximum limit of 100 seats. Most probably. So there has to be a minimum standard. See, out of 700 students, how many students a faculty knows by name? Like they will not be able to focus on each and every student. So how would you ascertain the development or growth of each of the student at a minimum standard of the university? One hospital or one clinical infrastructure can take only 3 institutions for clinical training. That has already been restricted. So faculties, of course, the employability of the faculties will increase. Regular faculty, it means regular faculty. Faculty means regular.
Until unless, ma'am, it is said ad hoc faculty, if faculty is a
When you
regular word.
in a government setup, when you leave a line silent, it means you have an option. So there's
That
a
is-
contractual. So however, that needs to be clarified that regular faculty word has to be there because regular में ही आपको emoluments मिलेंगे, otherwise आपको base दे देंगे.
No, but this culture is coming now. The abroad also, there are most of the contractual posts are there. So this culture is coming. I am seeing. Yeah, this in this. I don't know what is the criteria of the government for the employment of the faculty and other infrastructure, human resource. But the contractual part is that the government is free from all liabilities. So the government is taking a very simple route to have a contractual, but we have to set the standards for even definitely, and their interest has to be taken care of. This personally I feel, not as an official as NCHP, but personally I feel fine properly so that it should not be exploited.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Ma'am, would you like to add?
Sir, I just wanted to add on your burden on the private institutions. Coming to the basic, if your university is falling in under certain council, like ours is Haryana Council, certain DCPT or somewhere, so they are already following the norms of those requirements. Okay, yeah, some additionals are there, but if you talk about infrastructure wise, I think we are at the par. If I'm talking about Manav Rachna or Haryana, we are at the par with the infrastructure. Faculty, yes, because of this demonstrative thing added, this will be additional burden, but I think it will be taken care of. Coming to your fee thing, I think fee notification is not prerogative of the council. This
Act, there is a provision of professional council, and there is a point where the professional council will decide the tuition fee, minimum tuition fee.
Minimum.
Not minimum, the tuition fee.
Sir, again, there will be minimum or...
No minimum. It's a tuition fees. Exact
then
tuition fee.
Anyways, in the schools also, the tuition fees is fixed. And after that, the whatever things are, it is prerogative of the university.
Like all industries, not only in education, but these are the lacunas.
As your
Dr.
question...
Rajkumar Meena would like to add something.
Fees is fixed by the university, as Atal Bihari Vajpayee is a government university. They had fixed, this is the minimum fees, uske upar aap kuch bhi lo. That is to the private institute. But that is tuition fees. That is a tuition fees.
That's what the university will decide upon it.
But sir, if the regulations are too much, then definitely the fee is likely to increase.
This is my suggestion. Agar possible ho, we should have our internship as a purely residential internship and PG purely residential. Then we can increase our, or agar future ma everybody agrees, third and fourth year should be also for BPT. Tab to hum.
See, this was my dream when we started course in 1998 in Jamia Hamdard. This was my dream that we should start residency scheme, at least in neuro and cardiopulmonary. But unfortunately, the people sitting over there in the governing body and board of academics, we were not in power at that time. But from the act, now we can have a proper action. Definitely, this is our target basically.
Thank you.
Keep a parity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. We had a very nice discussion, and I hope there are a lot of threads coming out from this discussion. And we have people online also and offline, so this discussion can go on forever. But due to the constraint of time, we would like to...
Sir, on a light note, when I have discussed with some of the doctors, they were saying you people have been granted कि मोदी जी ने कहा एक आपको बेघर को घर देंगे, आपने जीके में घर मांग लिया, तो ये है ना, तो आपने एक बार इतना मांग लिया जो है कि शायद जो है ये ना गवर्नमेंट दे पाए आपको, ना आपकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन दे पाएगी. थैंक यू सर.
Director of Physiotherapy. So in the private sector, how it will be defined? Will the council be able to decide that in somehow? Because that remains a very, very big question to the whole physiotherapy fraternity who works in the private space.
See, employability basically as per the constitution, our constitution, article 16, employer, like you have a right for free right of freedom. So this is in contractual things. This is a deal between the employer and the employee. That is what has come across in a case also. What happens? You must have seen, even in the interviews I have seen in the private universities when I take, people are ready to accept even the lower versions of the pay structure. So it is our deformity. We cannot avoid these things. These understanding depends upon the requirement of an individual, requirement of an individual industry or a hospital or a clinic, whatever. So if you are able to accept in certain situations, if you are not able to, you decline. You can decline it. But minimum standards need to be maintained definitely, because there was no regulatory body to represent to the government in terms of physiotherapy. Only associations were representing, and we were really hardly doing any task in practical, but we were totally in consonance with other associations who were representing. Like we had represented from fourth pay commission onwards. I have represented personally with Dr. Dinesh Sharma. Until seventh pay commission, we had a very good option, but suddenly the pressure came from the medical industry, and then we were supposed to get a level 10 entrance in the seventh pay commission. It was all decided, but suddenly it was changed to the level 6 within 3 days.
Thank you, sir, for the information. Due to paucity of time, we will like to bring this session to a close. And I really thank all the dignitaries present here for sparing their valuable time and shedding light upon the various aspects this new curriculum has brought about. And we see the future in front of us, and the past is already gone. So, hoping that the new curriculum will usher in a new era of physiotherapy profession, where education, knowledge, and practical skills will take priority. With these words, I would once again like to thank all of you. Once again, thank you so much. On behalf of BCIP, we are indeed indebted for your presence and look forward for your continued participation. Thank you so much.
Thank you to all our esteemed panelists for sharing their valuable insights, experiences, and perspectives. Now, we conclude this insightful and engaging panel discussion. It is time to express our heartfelt gratitude to the experts who enlightened us with their thoughts and experiences. To felicitate our esteemed panelists, I now take the privilege of asking Dr. C.S. Ram sir to do the honors of presenting mementos as a token of our appreciation. I humbly invite Dr. V.P. Gupta sir for the felicitation. I request Dr. Prachi Armina to come forward for the honor of felicitation. Dr. Jasavanta Sethi sir. Dr. Sohrab Ahmed sir. Dr. Sitija Bansal ma'am. Dr. Tarun Kumar sir. Dr. Ashish Deshwal sir. Let's give a big round of applause to all our respected panelists for their valuable presence and contribution.
Now, as the evening continues to unfold with energy and elegance, It's time to pass the baton to our next set of anchors who will take you through the upcoming cultural performances. So without further delay, let's welcome Aditi and Niharika, who will now guide you through the next exciting segment of our cultural showcase. Let the applause continue as the stage lights up once again. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty member, respected guests, and my dear friends. I am Aditi and I am Niharika. A very warm and vibrant welcome to the cultural event of BCIPCon 2025, where creativity meets celebration and talent takes center stage. We are honored to host you as we celebrate not just the end of insightful conference, but the beginning of many new connections, ideas, and memories. Let's now set the tone for the event with rhythm, color, and expression. Though the cultural showcase by our incredibly talented performers. नृत्य एक ऐसी कला है जिसमें शब्द नहीं लेकिन हर अंग बोलता है, हर मुद्रा एक कहानी कहती है. Classical dance is not just the movement, it's devotion, discipline and deep expression. We bring you to a performance rooted in our rich cultural heritage. तो चलिए अब आपका स्वागत करते हैं एक ऐसी नृत्य प्रस्तुति में जो भाव, ताल और लाया का एक अद्भुत संगम है. Let's welcome Shubhi Verma on the stage with a huge round of applause as she takes us on a spiritual and artistic journey through the rhythm of classical dance. Up next, we have a mesmerizing fusion of semi-classical and folk dance, a perfect blend of elegance and energy. Semi-classical dance forms carry the purity and depth of Indian classical traditions. Every expression and gesture tells a story. इस परफॉर्मेंस में क्लासिकल की ग्रेस है और folk की soul है. A complete package of rhythm, passion and culture. So get ready to witness a performance that captured the soul of classical dance and the spirit of folk tradition. Please welcome on stage our talented girls group presenting the fusion of semi-classical and folk dance. The participants are Harshita Agarwal, Pari Agarwal, Pari, Tashu, Tanisha, Shreya, Koi. Let's give them a huge round of applause. Performance. Their rhythm and coordination were simply outstanding. As we move ahead in this celebration of culture and tradition, we now bring to you one of the most awaited and captivating performance of the event. Presenting you a semi-classical dance performance where the rhythm of tradition meets the elegance of expression. Let's welcome our talented performers Anshita, Akansha and Diksha.
Kavala जी, मन प्रीत करावो जी, रा क्यों तरसावे हो, मन सकल दिखावो जी, हरी शरारत सब जानू मैं तो धरी, हर कले मुझे पंगा दी मैं कह लगे, मर चिबड़ में जागी दो कणी रे चंदा में थारी चांदनी पण सामन में बाती खुशी रे झुम 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 हमारे चिबड़ में जागी दो कणी रे चंदा में थारी चांदनी पण सामन में बाती खुशी रे झुम 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 जाओ जी, मन गीत कराओ जी, क्यों तरसावे हो, मन सकल दिखाओ जी, हरि दौलत सब जानू मैं जो हरी, हर चले मन बंदा जी मैं कह लगे, हमारी में जागी धोकड़ी, चंदा में थारी चांदनी, सावन में बागी खुशी
Wow, that was mesmerizing performance. Let's give a huge round of applause for the incredible expression and talent we just witnessed. As we come to the end of this beautiful cultural celebration, we extend heartfelt thanks to everyone who made this evening a success. Truly. And we are grateful to all the talented performers who made this celebration so memorable. Now we move forward to the prize distribution.
Thank you, Aditi and Niharika. That was a truly mesmerizing cultural event. Now, as we are coming to the ending of our BCIP Con 2025, let's move forward to the prize distribution of all the research presentation and poster presentations which were held online and offline yesterday. I will request Director Sir, VP Gupta Sir and Jasubanta Sethi Sir to come on the stage to felicitate our prize winners. For the UG online category in research paper, we have the second runner-up, Miss Neha Pandey. She is the second runner-up in the UG online category for research paper. The first runner-up for the UG online research paper is Miss Meghna Chauhan. And the winner for the research paper UG online is Dipanshi Srivastav. For the research paper PG online, the second runner-up is Akansha Dho. The first runner-up for the PG online research paper is Mansi. And the winner for research paper PG online is Rahul Chakrabarti. Thank you, VP Gupta sir and Jasuvantha Sethi sir. Now I request Prachi ma'am and Saurabh Ahmed sir to come forward to felicitate our next category of prize winners. For the professional online research paper, the second runner-up is Priyanka Sivaj. The winner for the professional online research paper is Dr. Natasha Verma. Now, for the poster presentation online, the second runner-up is Varun Sridhar. The first runner-up for the poster presentation online is Kashish Bhatia and Ritika Kindra. And the winner for the online poster presentation is Shruti Kaushik. Thank you, Saurabh sir and Prachi ma'am. Now I would like to call Kshitija Bansal ma'am and Ashish sir for felicitating the next set of prize winners. For the offline presentation of research paper in professional category, the second runner-up is Habiba. The first runner-up for the offline presentation professional category is Firdausan Charu Chabra. And the winner for the offline presentation in professional category is Rabia Aziz. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. I would like to call Sumanto Ghosh, sir, Indu, ma'am, Tarun, sir, and Mr. Meenat to come forward to felicitate the last set of prize winners. That is offline presentation of research paper in PG category. The second runner-up for the offline presentation of research paper in PG category is Ifat Naseem. The first runner-up is Madhusmita Jaina. And the winner for offline presentation of research paper in PG category is Faraz Fardeen. Let's give a huge round of applause for all the prize winners. Thank you so much, sir, ma'am. I would like to call Director Sir for the vote of thanks.
As we come to the conclusion of BCIPCon 2025, I would like to thank, first of all, the management of BCIP, Shri Banarsidas Seva Smarak Trust Society trustees, for having confidence in us that we will organize this program in the manner which has been done earlier. Truly, we have compiled all the events concisely, and the team which has done this job, they have done a stupendous job, and they receive an applause. So please clap for the entire team which has put in all the effort. The organizing team, the registration team, the food committee, all the team members, the faculty members who were part of these teams, the scientific committee which has scrutinized these research papers. They have done the plaque checks also for the papers, and the proceedings are shortly going to come in a few days. I would also like to thank the volunteers from the students who have organized all the arrangements. They have put in day and night for preparing, for comparing, for as well as for the decoration, for Rangoli, and all the small odd jobs that they have done to bring this all together. Once again, I would like to thank all the guests, all the speakers for sparing their valuable time and making this event a huge success. Thank you one and all. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, sir. I would request everyone to please to give your valuable feedback by filling the feedback form, and those who are from outside BCIP, please collect your participation certificate from the registration desk. And it's an immense pride and gratitude that will reflect on the knowledge shared. We thank everyone, the esteemed speakers, panelists, researchers who made their contribution to this conference. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good day ahead.
बंद कैमरा लाइट बंद है चल रही है स्टार्ट है सब कुछ